Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for great my love. You can find all the lessons on students.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select that from the subject tab, scroll down to the exam and then click on lesson. There you can find the rest of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter scientific notation. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can write down the important examples and definitions as well. There are no lessons scientific notation. Let's just start with the lesson that is compare numbers written in some. Which sign make the one? 0 times 10 exponent 1 and we need to compare that with 0.02 times 10 exponent 1. So both the numbers you have to, when you start comparing, the first thing you need to see is look at the power of 10. So here, for both of the tens, the power is 1, right? Now you look at the, now you have to look at the coefficient part because their powers are same, the powers of 10 is same. Now you need to look at the coefficient part. 8.20 and 8.0. 8.2 larger than 8.02, right? So that means 8.20 times 10 exponent 1 is greater than 8.02 times 10 exponent. Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Let's see how do we compare them. Which side makes the statement true? 4.23 times 10 exponent 4 and 4.23 times 10 exponent 3. The very first thing we need to see is the exponent of 10. Here the exponent of 10 is 4 and here the exponent of 10 is 3. So 4 is greater than 3. So obviously then 4.23 times 10 exponent 4 is greater than 4.23 times 10 exponent 3. Option number 1 is the correct option. Greater it is. Option number 1 is the correct. Which sign makes the statement true? 1.74 times 10 exponent 4 and 1.4 times 10 exponent 4. So which is the correct option? So just look at the exponents of 10. Here you have 4 and here you have 2, right? Their exponents are exactly equal. So look at their coefficients. We have 1.74 and 1.4. So 1.74 is more than 1.2. So that means 1.74 times 10 exponent 4 is greater than 1.4 times 10 exponent 4. Greater because the correct option is greater. Okay, so option number one is the correct option. Which sign makes the statement true? Which sign makes the statement true? That is 3.11 times 3.11 times the exponent 4 to compare to 311,000. So let's just convert. You can compare, I cannot compare them until they are in the same form, right? One of them is in scientific form and the other one is general form. Let's just convert it into scientific form. You need to move this one point from here to here. How many places the decimal point is back? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 3.11 times 10 exponent 4. So you move decimal point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places back. That is 3.11 times 10 exponent 5. So now look at your coefficients. 4 is less than 5. So 3.11 times 10 exponent 4 is less than 3.11 times 10 exponent. Next one. Option number 2 is the option. 'Which sign makes the statement true? 0.81 times 10 exponent 3 and 1.84 times 10 exponent 3. So which is the correct option? Four point eight one times 10 exponent 3 is greater than 1.84 times 10 exponent 3 beta reverse. Which sign makes the statement true? 8.20 times 10 exponent 1 and 8.02 times 10 exponent 1. So which is the correct option? 8.20 times 10 exponent 1 is greater than 8.02 times 10 exponent 1. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move and lesson. The next lesson is multiply numbers written in scientific notation. So let's just start with the lesson. 2 times 10 exponent 1 and 3 times 10 exponent 2. So we need to multiply it. We need to multiply the coefficients, that is 2 times 3, and then you need to multiply the exponents of 10. 10 exponent 1 times 10 exponent 2. The bases are same. We need to add the exponents. When the bases are same, the exponents are added. So just add the exponents. So then that would be 10 times 10, 6 times 10 exponent 3. Okay, let's just start with the test questions. So just multiply the coefficients and multiply the exponents of 10. So you have to do 2 times 3 and then 10 times 4 times 10 exponent. 2 times 3 is 6, right? So their bases are same. You just have to add their exponents. So that would be 6 times 10 exponent 6. So option number 2 is the correct option. That is 6 times 10 exponent 6 for option number 3. Is the correct. Oh, 4 plus 3, it is not 2. 7 it is. Option 1 is the correct option. Multiply 3 times 10 exponent 1 and 1 times 10 exponent 8. So which is the correct option. That is 3 times 10 exponent. 2, you need to add the exponent, so 1 plus 1 makes 2. And 3 times 1 is 10, so that is 3 times 10 exponent. Multiply 2 times 10 exponent 3 and 4 times 10 exponent 2, so which is the correct option. Four times two is eight, and when you add the exponents, 4 plus 3 is 7. So 4 plus 3 is 7, so option number 2 is the correct option. That is 8 times 10 exponents. So the next one is 2 times 10 exponent 1 and 3 times 10 exponent 2, which is the correct option. That is 6 times 10 exponent 3 option number 2 is the correct option. That is option number 1 is the correct option. 6 times 10 exponent 2 is the correct option. We multiply, so which is the correct option? Option number one is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself with today. Let me just be on the next lesson. That is derived numbers written in scientific notation. So then with multiplication, now we're going to derive. Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, 5 times 10 exponent 5. That is like 5 times 10 exponent 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. Now look at the coefficients of 10 they are 10 divided by 5 divided by 10 divided by 4. If they have the same part and their base, we need to subtract them in later. So 5 minus 4 is 1. So the answer is 10 exponent. So 5 minus 1, that is 5 minus 1 is 0, that is 10 exponent. 5 times 1 times 10 exponent. Actually, what is it? That is option number 2. 1 times 10 exponent 4. Okay, the next one is divide 4 over 2, 4 times 10 exponent 4 divided by 4 times 10 exponent. Divide the coefficients, that is 4 divided by 2 multiplied by 10 exponent 4 times 10 divided by 10 exponent. 2 times 2 is the perfect. So their bases are same. We can subtract their exponent, so that is 2 times 10 exponent 1 from the complete equal function. Option number two is the correct option. 9 times 10 exponent 5 divided by 9 times 10 exponent 9. So 9 divided by 9 is 1 and just subtract it. Exponents 5 minus 1 is 4. So that is 1 times 10 exponent 4. Option number two is the correct option. 6 times 10 exponent 5 divided by 3 times 10 exponent 2, which is the correct option. That would be 2 times 10 exponent 3. Option number two is the correct option. 2 times 10 exponent 5 divided by 2 times 10 exponent 3, which is the correct option. That is 1 times 10 exponent 3. Option number one is the correct option. 3 times 10 exponent 3 divided by 1 times 10 exponent 1. So this is the correct option. That is 3 times 10 exponent 2. Option number one is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself today. Just remember, that's lesson. Can work between standard and scientific notation. How do you write 7.39 times 10 exponents? You just have to look at the exponent of 10, that is 3. That means we can put decimal point 3 places right. So your decimal point is here. Move 1, 2, 3 right, so that would be 7,311. Right. Let's just start with the first questions. How to write 9.3 times 10 exponent 3 in standard form? So we have 3 exponent of 10 is 3. That means we need to move decimal point 3 places right. So add 3 places first, right? We have to move 9.3, 1, 2, 3. Move decimal point here to here because the exponent of 10 is 3. That is 93. Option number 1 is 3. So that is option number one is the third option. Okay, the next one is how do I formulate them in scientific innovation? We need to write it in scientific innovation, right? So how do we write? That is basically you have to know decimal point is here. You need to move decimal points from here to here. That is 4.1 times 10 exponent. So option number one is the first option, that is 4.1 times 10 exponent. So option number one is the correct option. How do you write 584,000 in scientific notation? So I need to write them down in scientific notation. Let's just see how many places we have to move decimal point back. I don't know if you will do the decimal point is here. We do one, two, three, four, five. So that is 5.84 times 10 exponent 5. So just the right option. Option number one is the correct option. That is 5.84 times 10 exponent 2. Right? Yes, you move 5 back to that 10 exponent. How do you write 1.30 times 10 exponent 1 standard function, which is the correct option? Option number one is the correct option. That is 130. That is 130. Option number one is the correct option. Okay. How do I do control three times the exponential in standard form? In theory, standard forms, we need to add three decimal places. Then we need to work decimal places, right? That is 3,420. Please, okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself today. So we are working on real time now, the topic was another multiple condition. The lesson we might follow today are compare numbers written in scientific notation, multiply numbers in the scientific notation, divide numbers into the scientific notation, and work between standard and scientific notation. So please make sure that during my session you can complete or define these questions of the lessons you just did. Standards will come down like this session. So if you need more help with any of the lessons, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you. And I think by the time the question will have